war. Ever since the Air Nomad temples were attacked by Fire Lord Sozin, the world has been in chaos. The Southern Water Tribe fights for survival, as the Earth Kingdom seeks to hold off the Fire Nation army. But even with no Avatar in sight, there is still hope. Who will answer the call, and who will bring forth a new era of peace? Welcome back to Avatar Legends Legacy of Heroes Arc 3, the 100 Years War Era. I am your GM, Josh. I am joined once again by my wonderful friends, Cass, Megan, Morgan, and Oz. If you are joining us more recently and haven't been caught up on the past sessions as to where we are now, you can always head back to those and check them out. Or if you just need a really quick, simple refresher, Morgan has been forced to volunteer to recap for you.
Voluntold. Anyway, first of all, before I do a recap, hey Megan, you have to do an intro.
Oh no, that's right.
Oh yeah, we all did an
What?
intro and an outro.
Everyone made fun of me because I screwed up both the intro and the outro, so everyone decided to see if they could do a better one.
Oh god. Not right now though, right?
Apparently right now.
No, I can't do it right now. Come back to me, I'll do it next time.
We'll splice it in at the beginning of the episode. We'll make Megan do it at the end of the session.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Alright, so recap. I apologize. I'm sick. So, anyway, last session, Anomu was trying to ask for our help. And then we sorry, I lost my place. Nomu thinks that I wrote in here. Nomu thinks that Rafa is stupid. Needs to meet Longfang. Longfang ends up going to Boxing Say. Rafa gets upset about being talked down to. A whole bunch of shenanigans. Blah 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 blah. We head back to the Earth B&B, or we go to an Earth B&B. Skipping down my notes, there's a little note about Taibo pulls Benji's shirt on the wrong way. What's that noise? Anyway, there was like a huge bunch of tension that was going on, and all of a sudden there was an old woman who breaks the tension by telling a story about winged lemurs. It was really weird. We go into town for some clothes. And also, clothes, blah, blah, blah. And so we kind of start to talk to the locals, and then we see a big, huge dust cloud. So we go to see what the dust cloud is. It turns out it is the armadillo bears. Perry the armadillo bear. And so we try to come up with some fake names. Taibo makes a fake name called Bowtie. Benji, although Oz made the brilliant one of Benjiro, Benji chooses the fake name of Rome. So we're trying to, we end up like going back with the armadillo bears. They're in town to try and figure out what was going on because they heard that some shit had went down. And then the leader of them is Ben Ta, who has an armadillo named Arma, really cute. And we find out that Benta has a little ding-a-ding with Rafa. So, and then we end up getting invited by the armadillo bears to a bar. We have some drinks. I forgot about this, but Benji ends up ordering a kitty cocktail and still ends up getting drunk. Don't know how. But
that's because I didn't hear the kitty part. I just heard the cocktail part.
Wow, thank you. It's fine. I think it's even funnier if it's just
The
a kitty
truth
cocktail.
revealed. Josh does not listen to his players.
So we end up doing some shenanigans there. Also brought the one-liner of "Don't ostrich drive drunk." So we end up going back to the Earth B&B. Tybo brings a little drink for Sakari so that Sakari doesn't feel left out. And we find out that the big thing that we find out is that Benta is looking for an Umu. Oh no! There you go.
All right. Yep. That is where we last left. So we will resume that morning. Tybo, being somehow miraculously not hungover, started making a nice swamp breakfast for everyone. Swamp style, which is, I think we described as whatever you could find in the house mixed in itself. Something.
Like, it's good, but it's just not normal.
Yeah, it's good. It's weird, but it's good. And
I'm thinking
Sakari,
like Cajun style.
and so Sakari, you wake up. You are a little sore from the previous day, helping the villagers rebuild what you can. There's still a lot of work to do, but you pitched in a lot, and you find that there is a. Does Tybo know how to write?
I think we established no.
Okay, because I know you couldn't read. I just didn't know
I
about
feel
writing.
like it's a bad little like stick drawing.
There,
Like extra bad because Tybo was drunk.
there is a mug of something that is now room temperature warm, with a weird stick figure drawing next to your bed.
It's of Tybo giving a thumbs up.
Can I sniff the liquid? What
Uh,
does it smell?
yeah, it's alcohol of some sort.
Is there like a window in the room?
Yeah,
Okay, can I like open it and
you
toss
you open the
liquid
window,
out?
toss it out.
Yeah, keep it
You
out.
you hear a little "Hey!" as someone gets splashed with uh warm alcohol. And you go down to the kitchen area where everyone else is enjoying breakfast with your empty cup.
This was great. Thank you, whoever drew a stick figure.
Oh, me.
Thank you.
Oh man, you drank that? I'm sorry, I was not in my right mind when I brought that home. I just didn't want you to feel left out in the festivities. I wouldn't drink that if I was you.
Well, too late now.
Wow,
Thank
you
you.
got the constitution of a water ox. Here, have some breakfast to wash it down.
What's a water ox?
Shit.
Is it an
Josh
ox made of
retcon. Josh retcon.
Retcon? I mean, you could also just say random things because it's hard to keep track of the different animals.
Fair
Mhm.
enough. You know, it's like a big old ox in the water. I saw some as I was entering the ocean. Wait, the ocean cannon?
Yeah, Ocean's canon. Ocean is.
Ocean cannon. I saw some as I was entering the ocean, and they got them big flippers and the horns and the.
If anyone in the comments wants to come at me, the spirits of Twee and La are known as the Ocean and the Moon spirits. So Ocean is canon.
Ocean's cannon,
You can't.
fuckers. Also, I realized I'm essentially describing a manatee with horns, so
Yeah.
it's a water ox now.
But what did you guys get up to last night?
Well, Rafa was just telling us about this new friend they made.
Of course, yes, a friend.
Well, come on. Don't be shy now.
There's nothing more to it. Just a friend.
Well, you certainly weren't this shy last night with Ben Ta.
Ooh, Benta.
This is none of anyone's concern. It is a
Yeah,
new thing.
Ben Ta's the leader of this freedom fighter group, Armadillo Bears.
Sakari, you
Fire
probably
Nation Freedom Fighter. Interesting.
Sakari, you probably ran into one or two of the armadillo bears as you were working, because they were like latecomers to helping out,
To helping out
like the
with
town, like fixing
the
up the
town.
town. Yeah.
Okay.
So you probably
Yeah.
like ran into one or two as you were working.
Well, how did it go? Anything else other than Rafa making special friends?
Let's see. Benji can't handle his liquor.
Benji's on the ground groaning at when you mention his name. And then
You still have that plate of breakfast that I gave you.
mumbles out that it's too loud. Please stop talking.
Josh, can I use refresh for hangovers?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Sure, roll with focus to rely on skills and training.
I'm not focused. Oh wait, no, it's just 0. Never mind. 8.
You're able to at least make it more bearable. Still a little hungover, but like not as bad.
It's as much as I got in me right now.
Benji sits up and actually eats the food, but is still on the ground, crisscross applesauce, rocking back and forth.
Sakari just pats his head and goes to sit down.
Not sexist.
Yeah.
Listen, we got it.
We did it.
There's just two side by side pictures of the first time with the pat head, and this one it's like sexist, not sexist. the check mark and the X going on. Right.
It's one of those like workplace training videos.
What is okay? Anyway, so you finish up breakfast and sort of clean up and so on as you start your day. What would you all like to do, or is there anything else you wanted to fill everyone else, each other in on? Someone.
Interesting.
No.
All right.
Interesting.
All good. What would you like to do as you start your day?
I want to go for a walk.
Just anywhere?
Yeah.
Alone?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Rafa heads off on a walk through this town. What? No, because you all bought new clothes. Never mind. You're fine.
I'm different.
Oh, I don't think we ever described the clothes. Typo got pants and the openest shirt possible.
Like ripped open or just
No, like open, flowy sort of thing.
It's a vest
Okay.
with no buttons.
And
okay.
it's incredibly like light, flowy sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Rafa, as you walk around the town, Cass, high or low?
Low.
Low. Okay, you can choose if you want to run into either Anomu or Benta as you walk.
How do I have to choose? I'm
It's okay.
gonna roll myself. Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna run into a no move.
Anomu. Okay. You as you're walking, you see there's still parts of the town that need to be like fixed up and things that. And you notice that a Nomu is sort of standing a little off to the distance, just sort of like not really spectating, but like analyzing everything that's going on. And you see she's like sort of muttering to herself.
I approach.
As you walk up, she looks over at you. Oh, I see you have changed your clothes.
Yes, better to blend in than stand out. I
Yes.
guess.
Well, or be as proud as you'd like, and worry about what others think later.
Interesting. I mean, you're probably right, but in a place like this, it's best to work a little bit more stealthy than it is to stand out when achieving one's goal.
What do you mean, a place like this? Look, I'm just here trying to help the Fire Nation spread its. Look at this town. The Fire Nation has so many great resources that it could contribute to the well-being and the upbringing of this town.
Of course, I don't mean anything by that. I just simply think it's best to blend in, get to know the place, so that we can best use our resources to its advantage.
Perhaps. Perhaps. I've never been that great at blending in myself. I usually just sort of say what I would like and then people deal with it later.
Yes, I can tell.
Anyway, have your friends discussed about my request? You had any thought of it?
We've had a small discussion of it, but we have not come to a full decision quite yet.
I see. Well, I mean, if it might help, the information I have would be very beneficial to both the safety of the Earth Kingdom citizens and also for the furthering of the Fire Nation and helping out the rest of the world.
I see. I am inclined to help you, but first I must. First, I must make sure my friends are also on board. You know, the more the merrier.
Yes, of course. You, of course, want to have good protection here in these savage lands.
Yes, of course. So, I may have asked you this before, but why are you here?
That is, for me, I'm just trying to make my way to Ba Sing Se. You know, I have some information that I think Long Fang might want to hear.
And what is that?
Now, that's for me to know.
I see. You know, it's for our to work together. You should know that it's important to trust the
Yes,
people
yes.
that you work with.
Sure, yes. And once you have gained my trust, then perhaps I shall share some information with you.
Gain your trust.
Yes.
And pray tell, how would I?
How does anyone gain anyone's trust the natural way?
The natural way. I see. Naturally. Okay, well, I will see you again with a decision.
All right, well, you know where to find me. And she turns and starts to walk off towards another area.
I continue to walk, but in a different direction.
Walk off in a different direction. What are Taibo, Benjiro, and Sakari doing at this time?
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
It is established in canon that I practiced bending with my family.
Sort of, yeah.
Could I try and teach Sakari any new techniques?
Yes, Cass?
Can I change my mind?
Sure.
Can I follow Anomu instead?
Just want to follow. Roll with focus. Are you like trying to remain out of sight kind of deal?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Roll with focus.
You're
Some
fine.
skills and training. A 5. You lose her at some point.
Okay, continue.
Okay. So for Taibo, because you have practiced, I will say,
I can roll for it.
roll with harmony.
Oh boy. Oh gosh.
We will, because part of the bending is the movement moves, and the other part is like understanding how like the bending feels.
Yeah. I
So,
didn't expect it
yeah.
to magically give Sakari a new move. It's just more
Yeah.
like, hey, I saw you struggling with your water bending back, with your swamp bending back on the boat. I was hoping maybe we could work on that a little more.
You can't bend.
No, but you can.
Yes.
Just
How
trust
are
me.
you going to teach me?
I learned a thing or two. I got benders in my family.
Mhm.
That's a +1, 11.
11. You remember a lot of like the talk, the discussions that your family would have. You remember like the moveset because it's very much like kata or learning a dance and stuff like that. So it's just memorizing movements from that angle, and then you were sort of remember like the way that they talked about how it felt moving the water, the swamp around. Um, so I would say if you took enough time, then you could probably help Sakari get more control. Not necessarily learn a new move, just in general,
Yeah.
out of combat type stuff. Sakari
Yeah,
would
yeah,
have
yeah.
more control. Yeah.
Josh, would that
Um,
count to me as moving towards risk? Like based on my
Ooh.
like what I was raised as?
I would say, yeah, probably more towards risk.
Ooh,
Huzzah.
interesting.
Uh,
Yeah. All right. Let's find a river or a well or something. Benjiro, you want to come, or you want
uh,
to stay there on the floor?
um, Benji is gonna stay on the floor, but eventually is gonna get up and go into town. I think that he's gonna go look for like because I'm assuming like the hangover's still kind of there. So I think he's gonna go look for some sort of tea since he's been in the Earth Kingdom. He knows
Yep.
um what what kind of tea could probably help with some things, I'm assuming. Um so I think he's gonna go do that and then also kind of go see kind of spy on the armadillo bears and like Venta to see what's going on with them.
Okay.
Or at least just kind of go through town to try and figure out where they're at, I guess.
Okay. So first, let's do a little bit of Taibo and Sakari, just because I want to see if something happens that I think would be funny.
Oh no.
Oh no,
What
what?
do you mean by that?
Just go on with the scene of you teaching Sakari some waterbending stuff.
Yeah. So is there like a little like forest or stream nearby or something?
There isn't a forest nearby. It's sort of like open plain, but there is like a well. There are a few wells around town to find water at.
Can we find one that doesn't have a lot of people just in case?
Yeah, there's one that's secluded enough. It got a little damaged, and they're not using it right now, just in case like the water isn't like clean.
Sure. Perfect. All right. So I'm a little, as you said, I'm not exactly a bender, but I have spent a significant amount of time, and I sort of start like mirroring movements I've spent a lot of time swamp bending with my family and listening to how the nature felt to them. He gestures for you to like follow along.
Are you supposed to move like that? That's not how I've seen the men in my tribe move.
Well, the men in your tribe also didn't recognize a fiery, talented bender when they saw one, so I wouldn't exactly trust their opinion.
Fair enough. Okay, and Sakari follows along to her best.
Both of you give me rolls of harmony.
No.
Um,
+1.
does my
9.
roll? 6.
69. I think that means we win, right, Josh?
No, that's not how it works. Tybo, you're moving along, and you're starting to like connect and understand sort of like the way Sakari considers a lot of like water bending. Sakari, you're having a tough time keeping up with the weird movements because swamp bending is very like weird free flow kind of deal, and
It's
then
freer, but it's also a little more like I was reading up on this. It's a little more harsh. It's a little more like
yeah, versus like the Northern Water Tribe, which has a very strict sort of way it
Yeah.
goes. Yeah.
Can I see her struggling?
Yeah.
Can I help you for a sec?
Sure.
Tybo does the thing where he like comes up behind her and kind of does like the ghost thing.
Sakari's very scared.
You can tell me to back off if you need. Try unflexing your wrist a little bit. And then tense it at the last second. Does that make sense?
Tense it at the last second. Josh,
Yeah.
can I overshoot it?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah.
Tybo's kind of like
Just-
puppeting the movement for a second, and tense. Whoa!
Giant thing of water.
Whew! Man, you keep with this, you might just be the finest water bender in the swamp bender in the world. Fuck!
So, swamp bending, are you moving more than just water?
Yeah, we move plant life as well. I checked, Josh.
Yeah, I know. I just realized I never considered that Sakari could learn the plant bending portion.
Haha, idiot! So, you see that little plant coming out of the road right there, the cracks in the road?
The weeds.
Sure. I'm not exactly a professional plant identifier, but good on you.
Neither am I. My town is ice.
Again, don't know what that is, but I respect you for it. Try going like this with your hand. Does the plant do anything?
Roll. Megan, give me a roll of. Oh, technically. We'll call it passion because this is very outside the realm. Very outside the realm of normal.
Can I help?
That's the +1 if depending on what the roll ends up being.
Oh, and I have a -1. So is it just 0?
Yeah, we'll just call it a 0.
Yeah, we'll just call it a 0. So Oz, take a fatigue.
Okay.
No, part of it that Tybo doesn't understand is being able to sense the water inside of the plant exactly where it is. So Tybo doesn't really know how to explain that portion of it. So you aren't able to like bend the plant at all.
Is there, Josh, do we have, oh, can I go run and grab that mug?
Oh yeah, you can grab that mug. Yeah.
I want to grab the mug, come back, and find like a plant or a flower or something that I can dig out and stick in the cup.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll practice with this.
Just gonna have a walking house plant that you just. All right.
Tybo's heart just kind of in like a positive way, like, oh.
In my mind, I've just been playing. Is this sexist or is it romantic? Da, 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 da.
I've written in my notes that Tybo tries not to do the sexism.
Yeah.
All right.
Tybo's like, hey, are you cool with contact?
Everyone just being accidentally sexist to Sakari.
Has to happen. Anyway, we move on from the training to Benjiro, who is found a place for some tea, and you've got a little hangover cure that you are sipping and looking around. The armadillo bears are very easy to find throughout the town. They are very loud, very boisterous, but also like very keen on helping. So you found like a tea shop that you're like sitting down in, and you can see like the wait staff is trying to like do their job, but the armadillo bears are like, no, you guys were attacked by either pirates, Fire Nation, who knows, and like Fire Nation pirates, and so we're just gonna do all this work for you. You guys take a break.
Huh. Okay. Is there how old do the members kind of look who are trying to stop the wait staff?
They range from 20 to 40.
I'll take the youngest one and kind of like kind of get them to come near me, be like, hey. Um, so hey, I appreciate that y'all are trying to help a lot. I mean, I think it's really cool that you guys are choosing to help. But buddy, you don't have to go so hard.
Oh no, it's our pleasure to help out any way we can.
You know, as someone who also likes to help people, um, I've kind of found that if you overhelp someone, it it also doesn't go over well.
Well, we're only going to be here for another day or so, so we just want to be as helpful as we can right now, and then we'll check in every once in a while, depending. But yeah, we're going to be leaving soon, so we thought we'd just pitch in as much as we can right now.
Where are you leaving to?
Oh, I mean, there's towns everywhere that are being attacked by the Fire Nation every day, so we just have to travel around to go find them and help out anywhere we can.
Okay. Do you know what the next town that you're going to be traveling to?
No, not really. We just kind of go wherever we hear that there's trouble, so we just kind of wander around until then.
Okay. Well, again, just my 2 cents if you'd like to hear it. But
Yeah, no worries. Also, I really like that tattoo on your arm. Where'd you get that?
uh it's a family heirloom.
What? Hold on. I'm gonna have to back up for a second. What?
Yeah, it's something that my family, they kind of get it.
Oh, everyone in your family gets this. Oh, I get it now. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Are you finished with your tea? I can take the cup away from you, and like unless you want more tea or.
I scooch my cup of tea away from them and be like, "It's okay, buddy. I got it."
Oh, okay, if you're sure, and then walks off. Starts. You see directly goes to like the kitchen and starts cleaning dishes.
Okay. Um, can I order some tea to go or to go cups? Like a thing?
Roll with creativity.
Or to go cups canon in the Avatar universe?
If not, they're about to be.
That's a 9.
Okay, you explain it a little bit. It takes a little bit of time, and it's mostly the armadillo bears you're having to explain to. But you create some sort of to-go cup.
We have established takeaway food
Yeah, so
last season.
So now there's two. There's takeaway food and there's to-go cup now.
to-go cup.
And now we merge the two together and we have fast
Food
food
and
chains.
drink are now available on the go in the Avatar universe.
Yep.
I actually I'm assuming does Benji know what takeout is?
Ooh, based on it, maybe, yeah, sometimes.
Okay, so probably like a occasional thing, just not like
Yeah,
a very
yeah.
often thing. That makes sense. Okay, so I think Benji pitches the idea of, hey, what if you've heard of like takeout stuff, right?
Yeah,
And
sure.
talking
Yeah. I mean, we often have to do some takeout situations anyway because we're on the road so much.
what if you combine this like to-go cup so like people can have tea on the go and with their takeout?
Tea on food and drink on the, but like it's two hands. How would you enjoy either of them?
What if you had someone I
And
don't
you
know.
hear someone in the back. What if you had like a thing on like a carriage that you could like place stuff on or in?
Yeah, like someone to help like give it to people from place to place.
Josh, you did not just invent cup holders! Joshua!
I was just helping out someone else's. Anyway. You see that the Armadillo Bears get back to work, so excitedly talking about all the possibilities of the to-go stuff.
Great. I'm gonna kind of not like I want to nonchalantly kind of spy on the Armadillo Bears to see maybe if I can get some more information about where they're going to.
Okay. Hey Oz, do you remember if nonchalant means secret or if chalant?
Nonchalant is casual.
Thank you.
And yeah.
That's right, because you're trying to be nonchalant versus
Casual and inconspicuous.
chalant.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Roll with some focus to rely on your skills and training.
Oof. All right, that's a 6.
You find Rafa.
Hi. How are you?
I have fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, I got some tea. I hold up my to-go cup.
Tea? Where?
Right here in this cup.
And what kind of tea?
It's helping my hangover because I had a horrible hangover. Do you want some?
I would love some.
There you go. I hand my to-go cup over.
Rafa takes a sip of it and starts just saying, ooh, and then describes what's in it and then hands it back. Very delightful.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Just out and about.
Uh-huh. Do you want to be out and about by yourself?
I don't see why I'd have to. Would you like to join me?
Sure.
As you
Assuming
two start to like walk together, you suddenly hear, "Hey, Rafa!" and turn, and it's Benta like running up, like, "Hey!" Oh, and turns to Benjo. Oh, if you don't mind, I wanted to speak to your boss for a little bit, if that's not like a problem.
Okay. Hey, boss. If you need anything, I'm gonna be that away. And I put in a like direction.
Thank you.
Whew. All right. Well, man, Rafa, I can't remember the last time that I had someone who could go drink for drink with me and somehow be. Did you pass out too? Like I woke up and you were gone.
Oh, yeah, of course I did. That's why I had to leave. To help my friends to get back to our room. So we can recover.
Man, that's So great. Anyway, I'm sorry. I saw you, so I thought I'd come talk to you. The Armadillo Bears are going to be leaving soon to help out another town. I was wondering if you wanted to like join us. You know, the offer is still up on the table whenever you want, because you know we could always use new members.
Um, um,
And I don't want to like press anything, but you know, the Fire Nation is always going to be causing problems, and there's always going to be messes to clean up. So, if I mean, we're pretty much going to be set for in terms of like things to do, and you know, we'll get to travel over the Earth Kingdom. We're thinking about like doing some outreach to like the water tribes. We've heard that there's some issues there going on, but you know, just anything we can to like stop the Fire Nation and you know help everyone recover.
oh, that sounds lovely, but I can't just leave my friend.
I mean, you can take the, you can. They're invited too. I mean, I'm not. This is. I know it seems like it's only a you invitation, but like you can take any. You can bring anyone you'd like. The more,
I
the
would have,
merrier.
I would have to discuss it with them.
Oh, of course, I understand. Well, like I said, we're gonna be leaving in a day or two, so just let me know whenever you can. I'll just be. And she points at like a building that the roof has caved in on one side. That seems to be where she decided to like just pull up because no one was going to be using it, and so it'd be out of the way from anyone who actually had like a house that needed it. I'll just be like over there. So like yeah, that's where I'm staying, and uh God dang, where was the and Rain we're all staying. A bunch of us are staying over there. Um, but yeah,
Great, that is lovely. I will get back to you.
all right, cool. She like finger guns away. And you meet up with Benjiro. At some point, you realize that you've walked to yes, Morgan.
I was gonna say, I feel like Benji's gonna be spying on this to figure out what's going on.
Roll with focus.
Oh boy.
You spying on me?
That's an 8.
You've caught most of the conversation. You didn't catch all of it, but you caught majority of the conversation. And then, but as you're walking and reconnect with Bendro, you realize that you've sort of walked your way to where Taibo and Sakari are, as they're like finishing up their water bending or swamp bending training.
Do we see them finishing up, I guess?
I will leave that up to Sakari if she would still be.
Sorry, I think it cut out. I heard Sakari if she would still be.
Oh, and so that's where I stopped my sentence. If you would still be like working on it or not, as when they walked up.
Maybe like a little bit, but probably it's the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're going through like a few like moves together,
Yeah.
just like some cooldown stuff.
Hey, Benjiro and Rafa, would you like to give me a roll for, we'll say creativity?
I lost my die.
And what's that for?
Roll to shoot on sight.
An 8 again.
Kill immediately.
Water kill.
I got a 7.
8 and a 7. There's a chance that Taibo has been lying and is actually a bender. There's a small chance. Just a small chance, because why else would Taibo be doing bending forms?
Sus.
Toss.
Yeah, so you all reconvene.
Planting seeds of mistrust,
Aha.
Sus.
sowing ruin in our little group.
So you are reconvened.
Rafa's like,
Well, don't you
Hmm.
look chipper? Run into Bentah, did we?
oh, I couldn't say.
I'm assuming like Rafa's right in front of me, so I'm like behind Rafa, shaking my head. And then
Stop there, you're too tall.
You have to like to catch him.
I'm gonna go over to Sakari and say, you're doing really great. That's really cool. I'm sorry. I'm just trying not to be.
Thanks. Do you want to practice throwing over in the trees later?
Yeah. I would like that a lot.
I very clearly said there were there's no forest. I don't know what trees you're talking about.
I just assume there's woods somewhere. There's gonna be trees somewhere.
There's like maybe there's a tree or two. Yeah, why not? I thought it'd just be funny to be like, there's those trees over there, and you're pointing at like a house.
I mean, they're made of trees.
I mean, they are
True.
made of wood. Yeah.
True. Also, sorry, did anyone fully fill in Sakari on the whole Bentah and
There was just jokes about it, right?
I don't know if anyone did a full recap in the morning. Yeah.
I mean,
I was gonna say, well, y'all two have that conversation. I'm gonna whisper over to Sakari. Hey, here's who Bentah is. I draw like I don't know. Oh, I have my to-go cup still. Okay, I'm gonna draw on my to-go cup the map of what in the world happened.
Turning it.
but canonically, we don't know that Bentah fucking hates Anomu. Only one person knows that.
Only one person knows. And also
We
only
just know
one
that-
person knows what the to-go cup is. Oh no, two people know what the to-go cup is.
I see it's a cup though, right?
Yeah, you see it's a
Yeah.
cup.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
cup.
And you
Oh,
are
you two
also
are like
holding
cup buddies.
you
You've
are-
got
yeah,
a to-go cup. You've got a cup of plants.
Mhm.
Yeah.
setting the stage for modern day living.
Wait, so the freedom fighter?
Mhm.
Okay. And do they know Rafa's Fire Nation?
Josh pause. Oh yeah, we do know that Rafa's Fire Nation. Never mind.
We know Rafa's Fire Nation.
Bentah does not because Rafa had changed clothes at that point.
Bentah does not know.
No. I think it's gonna be like an enemies to lovers kind of thing.
It's
Mm.
complicated. While I did the research, I suppose it's time we discuss whether or not we're going to Ba Sing Se with Anomu.
I don't know, Rafa. What are you thinking?
Well, we we got an offer to join the what are they called again?
Armadillo bears.
Armadillo Bears, and to continue to help rebuild the Earth Kingdom from the Fire Nation.
And that's what you want?
I'm unsure. I was going to put it up to a discussion with the group.
I mean, I'm assuming, Josh.
Yeah.
Because Benji has lived in the Earth Kingdom all of his life.
Yeah.
That's probably. I'm assuming Benji had some no bueno experiences with some of Fire Nation.
Pretty much everyone has in some way, especially at the very first session.
Yeah.
Aha.
Everyone's had some sort of no bueno experience with the Fire Nation. Also, behind you, that old woman who was sweeping earlier goes, "Do I get a vote?"
Is the old woman our new Scoops? It's Scoops?
I'm not gonna keep cutting back to her. I
What?
just thought it'd be really funny if she just was
Please,
randomly there and be like, "Do I
The
get a vote?"
old woman our new Scoops and Scoops.
All right, well,
You know, technically we are a group of 4. We could possibly need a tiebreaker.
anyway, yes, Cass, you were saying.
Was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying.
Oh, I think you were just starting to say something because of the whole tiebreaker vote.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that that's fair. We could use the fit. If it comes down to it, the old lady can
Say, what's your name, old lady?
Who? Me? Oh. My name is. Hold on. Let me just grab. You try and make a fun random side character who just isn't
And
gonna
then
be
we ask
involved.
for a name.
Isn't gonna be involved in anything.
We
where's
don't know
my
that.
list?
We could take her with us.
Yeah, you could old person nap. What is it called if you kidnap an old person? Because it's not kidnap. They're not a kid.
Elder
No,
nap.
Elder nap.
Still kidnapping.
Yeah.
It's still
Committing the crime of kidnapping.
Oh, there is an age limit.
Oh, we're stealing a person. That's kidnapping.
Oh, there we go. Let's see. Earth Kingdom names. We're gonna go with my name is K Hong.
Say it again.
K Hong. CAIHONG.
OMG. Okay.
CAIHONG. K Hong. Also called Rainbow. You want the translation?
Rainbow?
That's the translation, yeah.
Aw.
We have to take Rainbow with us.
Take her with us? Wait, what?
She wants to come.
No. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to know if I get a vote.
You know what? Yeah, you do.
rights for Kahan.
Right for Kahong.
Yeah.
Do
Hashtag
we know exactly what both of these options want us to do specifically? Or is it just pick a team?
You know that if everything's been explained, Anomu simply wants you to escort her to Ba Sing Se because she doesn't exactly know the way. And Benta just wants you to join up with the Armadillo Bears.
So I guess it's a question of, Rafa, do you want to stick with your girlfriend, or do we want to go to Ba Sing Se?
Now, girlfriend is a little bit much.
I whisper over to Tybo. Yeah, they're still in the enemy's phase. They're not in the lover's phase yet.
Gotcha. Tybo does not got it, but it's just like,
We
makes
don't know.
sense.
We're not enemies yet. I don't think.
Tybo leans back over. Okay, so if they're not enemies, what phase?
I think they're in the like pseudo friend phase. Like they're not quite in the enemies still phase. They're more in the like almost friends but not quite friends phase that leads right into lovers phase.
I was
Can I hear
really.
them?
Tybo does not understand, but has processed these words.
Yeah, I don't think they're being any real secretive because you're all kind of standing together. So yeah, you can fully hear everything, Rafa. Also, I was fully expecting someone to say, well, if they're not enemies, obviously they're lovers.
That does
We're
seem to be the two options, as far as I'm understanding.
I haven't seen Canoodle yet, so
We are friends.
Tybo does not understand literature tropes.
Friends to enemies to lovers. Got it.
there you go. There you go, Sorry.
Why do
This
we
is
still
getting mighty complicated.
enemies?
This is getting a bit complicated. Is there like,
I draw on the other side of the to-go cup.
do you write it?
Yep.
Tybo can't read.
Ah! I'm gonna teach you how to read, buddy.
All right. He leans down to Zakari. What's reading?
Don't worry about it. You don't need it.
All right.
A single tear goes down Benji's eye as Benji hears, "You don't need it." Benji feels like a big old nerd. Not going.
Okay. Well, so our options are help the Fire Nation get to the major capital city, or vague freedom things, is my understanding.
I mean, did we figure out what town the Armadillo Bears are going to?
Well, she
No.
didn't quite say.
Well, why don't we ask that before we make our final decision?
Oh, could we meet her and ask questions about her mission?
Yeah, if you want, you know where Bentai is staying, so yeah. Or wait, do you mean a Benta or a Nomu?
No, Benta.
Benta, yeah. You know where Bentai
We
is
know
staying.
where Nomu's going. We know she's trying to meet Longfang.
Yeah. So yeah, you know where Benta. Well, one of you knows where Bentai is staying.
Rafa, what do you? I mean, do you think that it would help if we all talked with Benta?
I
Don't see
don't.
what it hurt.
I don't see what harm would do. She's currently staying in this. I would hardly call it a home, but it's this place down the way.
Lead the way.
Oh, okay.
Josh, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Do we know that Benta is all like, I fucking hate the Fire Nation?
Only Rafa is aware, because I don't think anyone else has had any singular conversation with Benta.
Great.
Yeah.
Just wanted to be clear and sure on that.
Yeah. So unless Rafa has said something, the only person who's ever spoken to Benta is Rafa. So you would have no clue.
That's why I'm like, why enemies?
I'm just still caught up on starting at friends, going to enemies, and just fully skipping to lovers. Like there's not like
That's
a
what
middle
happened
section.
with
That's a trope. What are you talking about?
It's an established trope, Josh.
That's fair.
Good one.
Yeah, that is how that worked, isn't it? There wasn't like a brief second of friends
First you're
again.
friends, then you hate each other, then
No, betrayal and then immediate.
Yeah.
yeah.
Betrayal, betrayal and then obsession with each other that's not mutual, and then
Obsession that is mutual but deeply unhealthy.
So it's perfect. Let's go.
I love that.
Okay, we're going.
Alright. Yeah. You all head off to the spot where Benta and Raim and all the others are staying at. And you find her. Raim lets you in, and you see that she's sort of like not found a pillar to lean. She's like leaning up against some like rubble and is just sort of like relaxing, like arms back. But she's like leaning. She's not lying down or anything. She's just kind of leaning at a slant.
Did she just exist posed? What?
No, there's like some slanted. There's rubble behind her that's just in a
No,
perfect
no,
slant.
no, I know.
Oh, I
but
see.
that's still such a like. I'm doing this for me and no one else.
So yeah, you walk in and she's just sort of relaxing there, and she looks up as Raim signals to her. Oh, hey, Rafa. Hey, it's great to see. 1, 2, 3. Who's the new person?
That's
Oh,
This is Sakari.
Oh, nice. Okay, so let me get this straight. So Raim's told me bow tie.
Oh, I think you've got that backwards. I think you must have misheard me the first time.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about let's just make this easier. Everyone, just reintroduce yourselves. I am Benta.
Tabo.
Sakari.
my friends call me Benji. Are we friends now? Can we be friends now?
Well, it depends. How do you feel about the Fire Nation? Of course we're friends. You're here in the Earth Kingdom. Of course we're friends.
Yay! Anyway,
Well, so Rafa, do you have any news for me then?
Well, my friends wanted to discuss your mission and more about your group
Oh,
before
well,
we came to a decision.
I see. Okay. Well, what would you like to know?
Well, namely, do you know the next town you're headed to?
No, not we just kind of roam wherever, and then if we hear that there's trouble, we show up. It does mean that sometimes we're there a little late, but
Hmm.
I mean, we're always just kind of going to find places that we can help out at.
Anywhere, any idea where you're going next?
Well, I mean, we heard that there were some Fire Nation ships somewhere nearby. Then we might try and, head them off and try and, maybe capture a ship for ourselves, sink them, it's Fire Nation scum. Who really cares?
Wait, the ones that like Sakari vaguely points in like a direction. Like, well, at least how we all met was getting involved with the Fire Nation and some pirates.
Well, hold on. You tell me that y'all tangled with the Fire Nation? Oh, you've got it.
Manner of speaking.
And you survived, man. Okay, so first off, you have to tell me the story, and secondly, you have to join us then, because if we have some bona fide Fire Nation killers, we are gonna be set.
I mean, well, it was easier on the boat. All I had to do was stab and push. On the land, I can't push them anywhere.
Oh, I understand. Yeah. So what sort of bending? What kind of like earth bending? Are you a sand bender or just regular earth bender?
Oh, no, waterbender. I'm Northern Water Tribe.
Oh, interesting.
Sakari's also just fully like she has never changed.
Yeah, Bentop
Oh, yeah,
wasn't
she
paying
wasn't here
attention.
clothes shopping.
Bentop wasn't paying attention. Just was fully like, there's a new person here, and they're with Rafa. They're probably cool.
Mhm.
Oh, a waterbender. Wow. Why are you all the way down here?
Well, my pl- I'm gonna try to get to the Southern Water Tribe eventually,
Oh,
but
I
there's a
see.
few steps to get there.
Ah, interesting. Okay. And so what about everyone else? What else were you doing during this attack by the Fire Nation?
Well, first of all, Sakari's being humble. She's a mighty fine bender.
Better at stab.
Let's see. Uh, well, I more so had my raft sunk by the Fire Nation, and then I invaded the pirate ship.
It's a shame. I bet it was a mighty fine raft.
It was a mighty fine raft, handcrafted with the finest wood I could find.
See, that Fire Nation shows no respect to anything.
True, it was a fine piece of craftsmanship.
Did you see Benta like puts a hand on your shoulder? We will find you a better raft someday.
Thank you. I don't know. Thank you.
I was just traveling on a boat to get to the Earth Kingdom.
Oh, where are you originally from?
The Earth Kingdom.
Oh, you were on one of those transport ships to go. Oh, I see. Yeah, that it is easier to travel that way sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We of course usually travel on land just because it's a lot easier for us.
Get that.
So anyway, more about this attack. What I assume Rafa led you all in this amazing the amazing skirmish against these Fire Nation boats, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Rafa.
absolutely.
Sure did.
Yes. Yes.
Roll with
I led.
roll with creativity for trick.
Oh no.
Hold on. I have to check my character sheet because I don't know if I'm allowed to lie about this.
8. I got an 8.
8 on an 8.
Oh no.
I'm gonna guess you're gonna want them to overcommit and or deceive for some time by whatever you're saying.
Is that the option?
The options are they stumble, take +1 forward to acting against them. They which is just anything you want to do in regards to them. They act foolishly. The GM tells you what additional opportunity they give you, or they overcommit their deceit for some time with the trick and NP.
Sure. I guess that can.
Okay. Yeah. So false for it. Yeah. Benta fully is involved in what you're saying. Doesn't suspect anything. Yeah, what were we saying, Oz?
Well, you see, as part of my character sheet, I chose 3 responsibilities and 3 prohibitions
Uh-huh.
of the burden and tradition.
Yeah.
And one of my prohibitions is never deny someone knowledge or truth. And obviously, I don't want to endanger Rafa, but I don't know how to
So
proceed.
Hold on.
Say, Rafa, can I sidebar with you?
Sure.
Oh. You see,
Just to discuss possible travel arrangements or.
you see Benta sort of turns to Sakari and Benjiro to sort of get the rest of the story. Yeah, Morgan.
Can I? This is so dumb. Can I introduce to-go cups to Benta
Roll
and
with
talk about how
roll with
also
Harmony to see how interested she is compared to finding out what happened with the Fire Nation.
Okay, I also want to talk about like because I had that interaction with the other armadillo bears. I want to talk about like how being too helpful can also be harmful.
I imagine this is your Aang with the tiny like ball bearings moment.
Look at
Hey
this.
Oz, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Read break tradition for your burdens and tradition on your character thing.
What?
Roll with Harmony.
Oh, I see.
Oops.
Because it is it's sometimes beneficial to do it. It has both a benefit and a disadvantage at the same time.
Okay, great. I did not see that. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a
I am
5.
still gonna sidebar Sakari.
It's a 5.
that's-
She does not care about your to-go cup whatsoever. She's very focused in on Fire Nation sucks. Let me know exactly how you took them down.
A single
Can
hero.
Like witness that going bad and talking about like the trading ship that I was on and like what I assume the pirates
Yes,
and Fire
sorry,
Nation were
bottom.
doing.
Sure. Also roll with Harmony to see how that topic change goes. But a sidebar happening.
Yeah.
10. Oh yeah, that's more. It's more interesting because you pepper in details about the Fire Nation ships. Yeah.
Rafa.
My dear Tybo.
I have to assume, based on the way that she's talking, Benta does not know that you are Fire Nation.
I will be honest with you. She does not know.
All right, I appreciate the honesty. This is not going to be a tenable partnership between our groups. If she continues to not know.
I understand your concern.
I'm not sure you do. If we tag along with these folks and they discover, hey, we've been keeping a firebender, military officer, secret in your encampment, for who knows how long we're going to be traveling with them, they're going to think that we're spies. And they're going to give us a spy's send-off.
Then, what would you propose we do?
Well, I'll be honest, I'm personally not really leaning towards a Nomu as far as travel companions.
Well, as of right now, we have two options. We either lead the Fire Nation to Ba Sing Se, or we go with them. Unless
You could tell her you're a deserter. You are, aren't you?
I am, but I don't think that she will listen to that.
I mean, surely she's not against any firebender, right?
I-
She seems reasonable.
I'm not sure. I only have known her for a few days.
All right, I will keep this secret for you.
Thank you.
I want to keep our options open, but I do think honesty would get us out of a lot of hurt in the future.
I understand.
And sidebar.
Finish the sidebar. Go back. Around this time, Sakari's getting straight right to where the Fire Nation ship sort of started to board the water vessel, along with the pirates boarding. So right around now is a good time to come in.
Sakari makes eye contact and sees them coming back. And Rafa, you can finish the rest.
Oh yes, of course. This is it. The main event. All right, Rafa. How did you lead this ragtag group that you found?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was glorious. We went in and we boarded the pirate ship. After taking out many of the Fire Nation soldiers, as well as a few pirates along the way. And we ended up getting captured by the pirate captain.
Oh,
But we blew up their ship and we got away.
oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
That basically wraps up that story, because not long after that we met you.
Oh, well, that's great. It's wonderful that you're so close. So, so tell me, how exactly did you blow up the Fire Nation pirate ship?
Well, you see,
They had some torches to light the hallway, and we grabbed one of those and lit some exploding jelly with it.
And that's why you never the Fire Nation. Fire is such an unstable element. I mean, just why would you keep it anywhere near explosions, right?
yeah,
Fascinating.
very negligent on their part.
Yep, fire sure is unpredictable.
Right. Well, yeah. So anyway, does that sort of help with your decision as to whether or not to join the Armadillo Bears?
Let us talk as a group one more time.
Sure.
Sidebar.
Sure.
Sidebar number 2.
Let's go tunnel over there.
Yeah,
Funnel.
further away.
We
go
get in the
further.
huddle, we look up, we shuffle further away.
Okay.
So, what?
Okay, wait, Josh, did they answer where they were going, or are they still just like, I don't know, we're just gonna go somewhere?
They sort of answered in that is literally the plan. Is they're just going to kind of travel around until they hear that there's problems going on, and then they're going to head towards the problems.
But they don't know where they're heading immediately after this.
Yeah, no, they're just going to move around.
They don't
So
even know
we-
like what direction they're going. All right.
No, it seems to be Ben Todd just kind of points, and then they just go in that direction.
God, horrible.
Could persuade them to go in a particular direction too.
Yeah, I suppose we could. But what
Like, what-
direction do we want to go?
Yeah.
We can go to Bossing Say.
Where Nomu's going?
Oh, that must have that information must have slipped my mind. But I guess so, yeah.
Rafa,
What?
you're among friends here. You don't have to lie.
I'm not lying.
You just brought up in sidebar number 1 how we could go to Bossing Say with Anomu or follow them. So I don't know why you feel the need to be dishonest in front of Sakari and Benji.
I was just suggesting that we could go that way, so we can also figure out what the Fire Nation is doing in Boston. Assuming that Anumu finds someone else to escort them to Boston.
At this point, does Benji know? Like, I know Benji knows that Rafa is a firebender, but does Benji know that Rafa is? I'm assuming Benji doesn't know that Rafa's a deserter.
Yeah, I don't think Sakari knows that either.
We had a talk about it, so Taibo does know.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least Taibo knows that they claim to be a deserter.
So, you want to help out the armadillo bears?
I'm at a point where I do not know which way is the best. So I'm hoping that you guys will help me decide. Because I want us to go as a group. I want us to work together.
Josh, can
Yeah.
I try like pleading for like the full truth?
Yeah, sure. Roll with harmony.
Oh shit. 10.
10.
Just
Yeah, but yeah,
That is a success, baby.
yeah. 10 is a full success too. So.
Give us
I-
your secrets, Rafa.
I have no secret.
That's not true.
It is true.
So whatever.
You have at least one secret.
Yeah, Rafa. In terms of like figuring out what to tell them, anything that like Anomu told you or Benta told you, it's full on the table.
So, what was okay? Is that the result of the plead?
it says
Well, it says technically speaking, it says they act now.
yeah, it's
and-
for an
yeah,
NPC.
but it's for an NPC. But for a PC, we're moving it slightly too.
Okay. Does Rafa get to like choose if they accept it, like guiding and comforting?
No, plead is fully different.
Oh.
Plead is you've done so well at asking for help or whatever that you have fully convinced a person to act on whatever you've asked for.
Sakari hit Rafa with the puppy eyes.
Yeah, Rafa, I feel like you're asking us to go on faith with a lot of this, and not a lot of it makes sense. Like, what's going on?
Taibo just kind of sees this moment and just, Rafa, I've had just about enough of the hesitance and the secrets from everyone. I am putting my literal life on the line to trust you and going against every base instinct I have that tells me to run or to shut you down. Do you understand? Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Now, I'm going to need you to be upfront with the 3 people who have been open and honest and trusting with you since the start, despite you wrecking Sakari's ship, sending Benji and I into the ocean.
I did no such thing. Okay, fine. Keep your pants on. Okay, I went on a walk, as you guys know, and I ran into Anomu. And I had a conversation with her, question mark?
Yes.
Yeah, her.
I had a conversation with her, and I was trying to get information from her to see why she needs to go to Bossing Say, but she would not tell me because she wants us to trust her. But we have to gain her trust. And that was all the information I was able to get out of her. However, when we were at the pub the other night, Benta had mentioned Anomu's name. And it was not positive, I should say. So I'm simply curious as to their business with each other. And I also need to know what is happening with Anomu and their business in Bossing.
As you are saying that, because Benjiro hasn't spoken much, so I assume Benjiro is probably the one who would be the least enwrapped in the conversation at the moment. Not saying that you aren't enwrapped, but the least enough to where you notice that Rame has started to whisper something to Benta, sort of like like those like the advisors when they secretly like have something to tell someone.
Does it seem like it's a like is it like something geared towards us that
It definitely seems
is...
it definitely seems like it's something related to the 4 of you, and specifically when you were distracting Benta earlier, you recall that Rame was within earshot of the original sidebar and was possibly in the earshot of this sidebar.
I'm gonna be like, okay, hey, so we Rame might know what we're talking about.
What?
Rame is hearing all of our conversation and has probably heard your conversation from earlier.
Oh,
Anyone who looks over sees that Rame is whispering to Benta, and you see that Benta's eyes are flicking back between Rame, the 4 of you, and anywhere else.
either we get out now or we.
How
I
are we
don't
going
know.
to get out without making sus?
We're already sus. It's either we run or we try to explain.
What if?
If Benta's as much of a zealot as you say, Rafa, I'm in favor of running.
What if?
Look, is it just Rame and Benta, or are the rest of the Armadillo Bears?
There are a handful of other armadillo bears here, but they are just kind of chilling out.
Roughly how many?
I'll say 4.
4 plus Rame
Plus
and
Rame and Rafa, yeah.
Rafa?
Sorry, not Rafa, Rame and Benta.
Rafa, you've already switched sides.
I have an idea. It's a crazy idea, but I have an idea.
Okay.
What if one of us fakes being sick?
Is this the Pentapox?
Entopox.
They might view it as a moment of weakness.
Yeah, they're gonna take us out.
Okay.
Stronger
Rafa.
solution.
Rafa, we've never talked about it, but you could use family history to try to plead your case.
What does that mean?
Family history.
Oh, you must have guessed it by now.
Guess what?
Oh, right.
Another
You could try
sidebar
that.
within the sidebar.
No,
Sidebar
not a
number
sidebar.
three.
Just literally in this
Yeah.
group.
Sidebar.
Try it out. I don't see any other way other than killing them all, and I don't want to kill all these people.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Why are we talking about murder? Guess what are we supposed to know about Rafa?
Family history?
How would our family history work in this situation?
Your family history.
You're not just one nation.
Pardon?
That's right. Zakari.
Why
We
do you know that?
That's for another time. We should probably decide right now what we're gonna do.
Okay, we're definitely talking about this after we're done with this, but okay.
So what do I say?
I listen. I gave you that idea.
Hey, no shame in being a non-bender.
No, well, yes, but I don't know.
If you're from the Water Tribe and you're just not a bender, then you can't show.
Ugh.
Then
But
you
if they,
can't.
what did you talk about that they would have overheard the first time?
Well.
If you said firebending at all, we're already screwed. So,
I don't know if I said firebending.
You did say from the Fire Nation.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
said they wouldn't get mad at every firebender.
Yeah, that was the other thing
Being
too.
from the Fire Nation doesn't mean firebending.
True, but if you just work the Water Nation angle, the Northern
You were
Water Tribe.
kidnapped at a young age. The Fire Nation took you.
Yes. Okay, yes. Yes. Okay, we should probably say something.
Make a big show about opening up and telling the truth. Lead like we didn't notice that they caught us.
Zakara, can you do anything to make us cry?
Can I? I don't think
I mean,
so.
if you want to roll for it with passion to push your luck.
I mean, sprinkle water on their faces. I don't know.
Just take your water horn.
I was gonna say Benji could like pinch everyone. I don't know.
I feel like that's worse.
Yeah.
Alright, Benji, hold still. Time out right enough to punch him in the gut.
No, I've already been hit in the face.
I don't need your nose to cave in. I just need you to cry.
I feel like Benji's
Hey,
not the one you
Josh.
need to make
Benji Ron
cry.
can just do it on command.
Benji's not the
I was
one you
gonna
need to make
ask you-
cry. But anyway, yeah, Morgan.
With Benji's background, do you think that Benji was able to fake that?
Cry on command?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say sure, but it also, again, Benjiro's not the one you need to make cry.
Yeah.
Alright, Rafa, hold still.
I don't
No.
that's not something I do.
No, just be as fake honest as you can that this is all you just decided this was what you need to do.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like one of us is supposed to be crying.
Benji first cry.
Rafa, you turn.
Samari, punch me as hard as you can in the stomach.
Rafa just starts crying, like fake crying. Tries to make it as convincing as possible.
Rafa, you turn to go talk to Benta, and as you are walking up, you see Benta looks up after Raym is still whispering, like with side eye glances, Benta looks up and says, sorry, Rafa, just 1 second. I've gotta go. And then you see she pounds the stones behind her, and like a rocket shoots up. And you just hear her go, Anomu, I will find you.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
I think they heard where Anomu's going to be.
And then you see as Raym uses shoots a look to the other 4 armadillo bears who are there, and they board up all the exits.
Oh, okay.
Now, I apologize for what's about to happen, but our leader gets very overzealous when Anomu is involved, and the Fire Nation in particular. So, we will be handling you 4 while she goes off to handle her.
Before he
Right.
finishes talking, Tybo just whacks him with the 4-string.
Right, well, roll with focus.
Aw, damn.
I
Oh, wait, I have
will
+2 to focus now.
Oh, actually, no, technically that'd be we'll go with focus.
7 + 2, 9.
You hit him. He does one of those whirl-arounds, and that is where we shall end this session.
Dang. Okay.
Oh my god.
go.
So I feel like my ship has sank. We'll be drafting new ships soon.
But thank you for watching and joining us for this session. I have, of course, been your GM, Josh. Thank you to my friends Cass, Megan, Morgan, and Oz for joining us once again. Okay, Oz, take us out for real.
Here we go. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below of what drink you would put in a to-go cup. Be sure to subscribe for more content and hit that bell so you don't miss the next exciting episode of Avatar Legends Legacy of Heroes, Arc 3, The 100 Years War.
All right, bye. Yeah.
And that's how it's done.
I think Megan has to do an intro and outro,
Oh, yeah.
and then
What?
Oz can
As
send us
intro
out.
and outro.
Yeah, we did
everyone
both.
did
It's your
both.
turn.
Everyone did both.
Everyone did
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
Oh god. Thank you for joining us. This has been Avatar Legends Season 3. Thank you to GM Josh, as well as Cass, Oz, Morgan, and myself. See you next time.
That was the outro. What's the intro?
Well, I don't remember anything you say in the intro. What do you say?
Nope, just make it up.
Welcome to Avatar Legends Season 3. You're joined by GM Josh, Cass, Oz, Morgan, and myself.
Wonderful.
Benji reads smut.
Hey.
No.
Hey.
Not canon, not canon.
Canon, write it down. Josh, put it in the notes. No, it's going in my notes. It's canon now.
Ow.
Into
That's
the notes.
His character. Looks like Benji does read though.
Benji reads smut. It's
Also-
canon now.
If Benji does read smut, that technically means Morgan created smut in the Avatar universe.
I'm sure it existed.
No, yeah,
before
wait,
this.
what?
I
No,
don't
it
think we-
definitely
I don't think we
exists.
mentioned it beforehand, though.
Okay, we haven't. It exists.
It
Smut has
exists.
been around forever.
There's
Humans will find a way. It's
there's
not.
every Avatar has a secret smut fanfic going on somewhere. Someone's been writing it for
It's
every
passed down.
Avatar.
Yeah,
Avatar.
no, Aang's like fan club in the comics. They were definitely
That's
writing
later.
smut.
That's way later.
But it was an established thing. Smut existed. I'm doing research.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway,
Oz, you had a
funny.
hand raise.
yeah, smut has been around since at least the 80s CE. They found smut back in Pompeii.
Okay, but Avatar world is not the same as our world. That is true.
It has been around for centuries, Josh.
Smut
Except that smut is and always will be and always has been.
I'm just thinking about Oz Googling Does Avatar smut exist and just getting flooded with Avatar smut?
I'm not that stupid.